CALMversations with Khadijah. We talk about the pain and trauma, the highs, the lows, the light, the darker. Our hearts align like stars in armor. No secrets left.
All right, so we have Nysia here because as with all of my guests that you've seen thus far, Nysia has a huge story. She has a huge story. She's done a huge transformation. And, you know, a lot of this work here that I do on this platform is about healing, transformation, moving forward, and positive journeys. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should get into it.
Yeah, what's up?
So, do you have anything you want to share beforehand, Nysia, about yourself before we get started?
I just want to say that I feel like God allowed me to have this story to help people and to show people no matter what that change coming, you can always be great no matter the ups and downs. So let's just jump into it. What we getting into?
Amen, amen. I agree. And
God
she
is
took the
good all
words
the
out my
time.
mouth. Good shirt, good top, good top. God bless
ready?
the grill.
You ready to
Right?
go?
Yes, that's a
We
good one. That's a good one. Okay, so let me ask Nysia. I always
up?
share in the beginning, especially with my last guest, how I grew up in the plaza. Everybody knows that. And we also started our journey in the plaza. So
right.
you guys moved out kind of early though.
Right.
So what part of your life did you live in the plaza?
So in the plaza, boom, my mother was there. I was born in 87. So from 87 all the way up until and she moved out when we was in 8th grade. So,
okay, middle school.
Yeah, middle school.
Okay.
So it was my last year in the 5 because I still was walking from Canarsie to 275.
Okay.
Right. So what was that, about 15?
Okay, 13. It could have been about
13, 14. Yeah. 13, 14, right. Something
Okay.
like that. Because my birthday's in the summertime. So I was
Leo gang.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leo
okay,
gang. You already know. July 29th.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I didn't know you guys stayed that long.
Yeah,
I didn't know you stayed that
so
long.
Remember, when we left, I was probably like around 13, 14.
Okay.
My brother was like 8, and she had just had a newborn baby.
Okay, your mom.
Remember she had Nysia.
Okay,
the
okay.
baby,
Is it only you
so-
three? You, Nysia, and Rasheen? Okay,
Yep,
okay.
You know I'm the oldest, right?
All right, yes, I know you're
and
the oldest.
Nysia just turned 25.
Wow.
So remember when she left, that was
25 years ago.
25 years ago because she was months old.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just coming into the year 2000, 2001. Okay,
Right,
okay.
yep.
Got
That's
it,
when I
got
left,
it, got
2001, I
it.
left
Is
the
that when you were
plaza.
dating Manny or?
Why you playing with that?
Okay, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. No, it's nothing to get into.
dating Manny, but we were childhood friends and stuff.
Okay,
You
that's
play
what y'all
with
was.
that.
Okay. Childhood friends. All right, listen. If you guys don't know who Manny is, Manny's my brother.
Manny's a brother. Manny
Yes.
Fresh, shout out to you.
Yes,
You
Manny
already
Fresh.
know.
I'm trying to get him here on the podcast, and there seemed to be something going on. That's how I knew who Nysia was, because they would always come in the house. My cousin Noodle, shout out my cousin Noodle, and she would be like, "Oh, Nysia got a crush on Manny," and Manny was like, "Stop playing with me, stop playing with me." I'm like, "Who is Nysia?" And then I'm like, "Nysia."
So listen, back in the days, when we all grew up together, Manny was the
Explain
cool
it.
one, cute, all of that. But I always was the tomboy. So believe it or not, I liked the girls, but I wasn't out then. You couldn't. I grew up, religious. You know how my mother was.
Yes.
So I always was the tom girl with the boys. So I guess when they was like, "Oh, Nysia like me," it was like, "What? You know how that go?" Like,
Okay.
she one of the guys. What you mean? But y'all play with that.
Hey, my family is very comical,
Yeah,
so they
they
was jumping
play
on his
with
ass
that.
like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
you and Nysia. He was like, "No, not me and Nysia's my own girl."
Yeah,
They was like,
stop
"Yeah,
playing.
okay."
Right.
So yes, okay. So you guys moved to Canarsie after that.
Yeah, we moved to Canarsie.
Okay, how
Yep,
long
yep,
were you
yep.
guys in Canarsie?
Ooh. So we was in Canarsie up until my situation happened.
Wow.
So when everything happened to me, I was where my parents were still in Canarsie. I was living up the hill, Brownsville.
Okay,
All
right.
I had an apartment on Park Place between Howard and Saratoga.
Okay.
But we still was there. And
Yes,
then
family
after
was
that,
stationed.
then my mother left.
Oh,
So
okay.
we was in Brownsville and Canarsie up into...
Okay, so most of your, I don't want to say because you did have a big part in Brownsville, but most of your like grooming ages
It's Brownsville.
was. Oh, okay.
Even though we lived in Canarsie, I was in the plaza every day.
Okay.
Grandmother's still in the plaza.
Yes.
Went to 275, then I went to school in Queens. Remember, I was playing basketball, so not for nothing. All the events was at 275.
Yes,
So
BRC.
I grew up, like, everything was still Brownsville. I just was living in Canarsie, but everything was Brownsville.
Okay, so still
And
hanging
then,
and banging.
Right, I got my first apartment at 19 years old, and I was up the hill, Brownsville.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
you know, big things are growing, you know. Sister Trina ain't play.
Not Sister Trina, you ain't no good. Okay, so let me ask, right?
Okay.
Of course, naturally, like you said, coming up, you're the tomboy of the group, right? But it doesn't really start off like I'll come out the womb and I know I'm attracted to the same sex, right? When did that journey become real for you? When was it like, no, I'm serious that I'm not interested in guys?
That journey became real in high school. But in high school, not for nothing, I was dating females and then I had a boyfriend too.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So it was like,
Starting
you know what
around.
I mean? I was
Okay, got it.
You get on my nerves.
Okay, doing you. Okay.
But it was just like to the extent like I'm tired of like being fake, you know, living for my family, gotta live. So I don't know if you remember we was in the plaza. Some days I would dress like a tomboy. Then you'll see me with the poom poom shorts on. And
Okay,
the sneakers and stuff. Remember,
yes.
I had the rap. Then I did that half a head. From the half a head, I did. No, for real, you remember?
Yes, I remember. I'm going to tell you something I remember. This is what makes that funny.
Yeah, what happened?
Because when you had the sexy attire on,
Yes.
folks could see that it was a physique.
Right,
so we
right.
was like,
Oh, that body, nice.
So he was like, Manny, we think you should reconsider
Right.
Naja. And he was like, because it looked like body so right, let me give you this option, right? So yes, I do remember when it was the whole back and forth, right?
Yeah,
it's just that, again, we had moved out, so I didn't see you as often.
Right.
But yes, I do remember the back and forth. So now you're double dipping in high school. What is that looking like?
So it was looking like I kept cheating on my little boyfriends with girls. So then after a while, I was just like, yo, listen, I like girls. Like, I just got to be real and I just got to be me.
Yes. Okay. All right. So I know you grew up in a two-parent household.
Yes.
You grew up with your mom and your dad.
Yep.
What is the dynamic like between you and your parents?
All right. So me and my father, we rock hard. We like best friends. Me and my mother got a decent relationship, but with her being so religious and my lifestyle, before the lifestyle though, you know it can't be two queens in one castle. So you know when you start growing up and your parents say you smelling yourself and stuff like that. So just me growing up and you know as you grow up you become a little rebellious and things like that. And then her being religious. So we cool, but we go through our rocky upside downs moments.
Okay.
We ain't mad at each other. We ain't talking and stuff like that. But me and my father, that's my best friend. But it's a healthy relationship, but you know how it goes sometimes with your moms.
Yes. And a dynamic switch as you age too.
Right.
Let me ask, because I heard you say that you got your own apartment at 19. Was that also a result of the dynamic between you and your mom? It's like, listen, I need to be out on my own, or you just was already thinking about that no matter what?
No, I was thinking about that no matter what, but that did push me like, you know what? I need my own spot. I need to be out on my own anyway. And then the way my mom's installed them and, you know, work, do this, get degrees and stuff like that. So it was accomplishment. But you know how that is. Listen, I want to do what I want to do. So the dynamics was an extra push. Like, I got to go.
I got to roll. Because I can't bring my hoes up in here. Yes.
Right. But it wasn't even about the whole, so in general, it wasn't even about the hoes. It was just, I couldn't be myself. I couldn't walk around in my boxer briefs, wife beater, like stuff like that. My mother, from how she's brought up, her being religious, she just feel like that's something men should do. Even if you a straight woman, she don't even believe in, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's just, ain't about bringing the hoes. It's just like, I can't even be comfortable if I wanted to sit in some boxer briefs and a wife beater and watch TV, that'll start, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to be comfortable in my own skin. Did I want to bring the hoes there? Yeah, but that wasn't really the thing. It's just about being comfortable in my own skin and able to do what I want to, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Let me ask, and the reason why I could understand is because, you know, my sister Kalila, shout out my sister Kalila.
Yeah, what up,
Everybody knows that. Lord.
I ain't trying to get you in trouble. Okay.
Hello, right? That's definitely gang. No, she loves to have a good time.
Right.
She's also masculine,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So a lot of that we do see, right? She does has boxer briefs. She does basically a lot of things that the males do. And again, like you said, it's more welcome than my family. Like, okay, girl, whatever. What you want to be called today, right?
Right.
Like we don't really. So I could understand how you said the dynamic is different when I'm looking at you as my daughter or my sister, but watching you show up more male dominated. Right. Let me ask: did your mom's religious background come from birth, or is that something she adopted as you guys got older?
All right. So from what I got. She went to church with my father's family when they was young. Her grandmother and them went, but she wasn't really religious. She actually got saved and really got into Christ on her own when she was 28 years old.
Oh, nice.
That's when she just flipped,
Yes, that's what I know of her. That's what made me ask that, because you said Sister Trina.
Because she did used to go to church, like I said, with my father's family, with her aunt and stuff like that. But she gave her life to Christ young. I think she was about 28.
Nice. All of your mom's kids are your dad's?
Yeah, we all got the same father.
Okay,
yeah.
beautiful. Yes. Come on now. Come on. Miss Minnie too. Come on. I don't leave her out. But yes,
we all got the same father. Shout out to Blacko.
Yes. That is a good dynamic. And also, are your mom and your dad together today?
Yeah.
Oh my God, beautiful.
Still married, still kicking.
Beautiful. I have not seen. I seen last time I seen your mom was for Vicky's funeral. God rest my girl's soul. I haven't seen your dad in a long time.
Right.
Yes. I don't go to the plaza as much. That's why. Okay. All right. So now you're getting up there. You're in high school. What high school did you go to?
I went to August Martin High School.
Oh, Queens.
And went there. Queens,
okay.
Played basketball for them. But then I left August Martin. I went to 3 different. Went to South Shore for a minute.
Okay.
But I wasn't feeling the Shore. Even though the whole hood, I just wasn't feeling the Shore. And then I finished at WEB Du Bois.
Oh, wow.
Right there on Eastern
My
Parkway.
cousin Noodles graduated from there.
Yep.
Shout out Du Bois. My cousin Noodles graduated from WEB Du Bois. Wow.
Yep, so that's where I was at. Yep.
I think WED, let me ask about that. Is that a transfer high school?
Yeah, it was a considered an alternative high school.
Yeah, so I wanted to say that because that was the first batch of. That's what I work for. I work for a transfer high school.
Okay, cool.
So I've been working for them since 2008. But Du Bois, I think, is one of the first batch.
It was the first
of transfer
one,
high schools.
Yes, that.
Wow.
Right.
Where it's for undercredited and overage young people, they help you accumulate your credits faster so you can graduate on track. Yes. Wow. Let me ask about Du Bois. One question about Du Bois, because this is what's in transfer high schools now. I wondered, were they that advanced back then? In transfer high schools now, they have this whole social and emotional piece, so they have a community-based organization here. For example, in my transfer high school, they have CALMver. In another transfer high school, we had JCCA. Did they have a CBO there?
I forgot the name for them, but we did have a group of, a program. I forgot their name.
Okay.
But they was good with us. They was there for all types of support, for services. They had events. When the iPods first came out, they had a giveaway. They was giving away us. I forgot the name, but yes, we had.
They very incentive based. Yes.
And they was very involved with us. So
so I guess Du Bois. Yes, I think Du Bois was the first batch of testing out transfer high schools, and then they rolled it out completely when I got started with it. Wow. My cousin Noodles went there. Shout out my cousin Noodles and WEB Du Bois. Okay, so now you made the turn and graduated.
Right.
At that point, were you saying to yourself well, listen, before we even get into that, let me scale back a little bit. I wanted to ask you, when did you share with your family indefinitely, this is my decision to now go into the same-sex lifestyle? Mm-hmm. Because at first, everybody's making assumptions, right?
Right. Everybody's just thinking,
yes, that's this is my sister. We girl, we know.
She hang with the boys.
Yes.
She one of the boys. That was...
Yes. When did you actually officially have that conversation, and with who first?
So I had that official conversation with my basketball coach at the time. Her name was Miss Smith. She worked in 275, and then she became my mentor because I still played basketball and stuff with her. So I had to talk with her, and then we went to my house to tell my parents.
Wow.
And so we sat them at the table.
Wow.
My mother and father, and told them at the table.
Shout out Miss Smith.
Right,
Shout out Miss Smith. Shout out Miss Smith
right.
for helping a young person living their truth. That's what's up.
Yep.
So
how did that go?
Not only how did it go with Sister Trina, but how did you get to that point where you felt comfortable enough with her to say, sure, let's go? Because you know some people Miss Smith, I told you, bitch. I didn't ask you to tell nobody. How did you?
It was just yo, I want to just be me. If you know me, you see how I am, how my personality.
Yes.
I'm as real as they come. So I can't fake nothing for too long. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So it's just listen, I got to just live in my truth and just be me. I can't continue to be uncomfortable, have little boyfriends just, you know what I mean?
Just
this is
because.
my boyfriend. No, he don't like me. I don't like him. But, bro, I just need you to be my boyfriend for.
Pause. Let me tell a story now that you said that. We're going to come back to
yeah.
Let me tell a personal story about my sister because she did the same thing, right? So we were living in Canarsie on Rockaway Parkway, and it was a young guy there, and they were saying that this is Khalila's boyfriend, right? Now, I knew that Khalil ain't want no man. It was the mama, Penny, that was in denial. Shout out my girl, but she over there saying, are you sure? Are you? Like, yes. Hello. So she had the little boyfriend was so the little boyfriend was so nice. He would come like, is Khalil around?
Yeah.
You know, he was so sweet. Khalil like, fuck, he won't leave me. Fuck. I'm like, what you treat this boy like this for? But like you said, because I want to live my truth. I don't want this boy, and I want him to leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
So I get it. All right, so you guys packed up, and y'all sitting at the table with mom and dad. Were mom and dad more like, Sister Smith, you coerced this bullshit, or we been knew this?
No. So my father was like, he already knew I was gay. When we was at the table, he was like, I knew Naj was gay.
Okay.
My mother, you know, Sister Trina took the, oh no, that's wrong.
We got to pray this away.
Opened the Bible, this what God said. Like, it was a whole different.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that, like you said, for the most part. Right, because, again, people are going to have their beliefs, but for the most part, you guys work that through and you're back and cohesive. So that's beautiful, right?
Let me tell you a joke, like, compared to that scenario, right? So let's bump it up a few years. And my brother's away in college. Rashim. So he comes home. And he's like, he got to tell him something. And he sits there at the table, right? My father was like, don't fucking tell me you gay. He was like, nah, he had another situation. But it was just funny because I guess they was traumatized. Like, now you coming from college, sitting us at the table. What need to be said?
The table got to get burnt up. The table got to go.
This table out.
All right.
Yeah,
okay, got it.
Right.
No, that was so cute, though. Yeah, because you do be having PTSD. You be like, okay, what y'all hit me with now, these kids? Right. So, got it. Okay. All right. So now, okay, what was postgraduate life after high school? What am I interested in getting into now? Am I going to college? What's going on?
After high school, I was playing basketball in high school. I wound up getting a half scholarship to a JUCO.
Okay.
So junior college, I went to Globe Institute of Technology, played basketball with them. So I was there for 2 years, graduated in 2008. So at that time when I was in school, I was working. I was working in Verizon. I was doing security in Verizon.
Okay.
But I knew I wanted to do other stuff. So at that time, I wound up doing all the different city exams. Mm-hmm. So then I wound up becoming a traffic agent. And then in the process, when I was writing them tickets, remember I went back.
Remember you had that scuffle cursing that man out like that?
Yes.
That was, so Nysia went viral before going viral was a thing, right?
Back in the day.
So I forget what, because we were on social media, but we was on something, maybe only like MySpace or something at that time. It was something, because what year was that?
It was,
It was a long time ago.
So I became a traffic agent in 2008. So that was like 9-10.
It was MySpace then.
MySpace was lit. And wasn't we doing BBM Messenger?
Yes.
Because that's how everybody was blasting the video. No, that shit, people were something else. But yes, it was MySpace and it was BBM Messenger. That's when we were like, if you didn't have a BlackBerry,
you couldn't be lit.
Yeah, you wasn't lit.
Yes, and I was on the wave, okay?
Right.
And I remember, you know, you got co-workers and stuff like that. They was like, yo, y'all so happy with the traffic. And I'm like, let me see, because you know I'm a nosy ass bitch, right? So I'm like, let me see. And I said, I know you fucking lying. Nysia, what happened?
So, you know, nobody likes tickets. So I wrote the ticket. He came out. He asked me about it. So I'm like, listen, I already wrote it. I can't stop, but you can dispute it or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So he had people with him. So now he get crazy out his mouth. He get all up in my face. He get on the phone. He said that he was calling girls to come beat me up. So I ain't gonna front. I was 19 when that happened.
Yes, very young. I remember.
But I was young. I wasn't 100% mature. I was mature when it came to getting jobs and stuff like that. But growing up, I still was young. So did I lose my cool and did I stay professional? No. I just went straight hood like I was in the neighborhood and like who
on the block,
disrespecting on the block. So I flipped out, gave him back that energy. And went viral.
It went viral.
Was stopping me.
It went viral.
It was all over.
All of my coworkers was like, "Yo, you seen it?" I'm like, "Sure." I don't want to see that. They was like, I know this, and they will always be like that at work. Like anytime something happened, they would like, Khadijah, you know that person. But I'm like, a little bit, yes, but no. And again, what made it so funny was that this is your real personality shining through
so you
and
know
through.
what was going on, and I was like, sure did, and because when we was arguing all that, I had to call the supervisor, so they telling the supervisor what I did, and I was like, I sure did, and like not like that, but I was a little, ticked off.
Girl, you have me cracking up.
But everybody kept saying, not even being funny, but everybody was like, yo, you was mad funny. but I was dead serious
it's your personality.
in that moment. Like,
it is your personality. It's very big.
Yeah,
I was cracking up. I was like, this girl is so crazy. Okay, so now you're a traffic cop, right? How long was that journey?
So I was a traffic agent for 2 years.
Okay.
So in the process of being in the track, because you got to go to the academy for traffic agent too. So in the process of being in the academy for the traffic agent, I got caught for my apartment.
Okay.
So I was only in the traffic academy probably for like 2 months, maybe 3 months, and then I got called for the apartment, and I took the apartment.
Oh,
nice,
nice. So now this is feeling like a real adult life,
you already
right?
know.
Yes, I'm a grown up now. It's lit. Yes,
Boom.
yes. Got paying my own bills.
Or whatever
yes.
the case may be. Then I bought me a car with my own money for the first time.
Come on now.
My father gave me, but bought my first car. So I was feeling myself, living life.
All right. So now, what made you want to transition out of the traffic cop entity?
All right, so it was good, but the pay wasn't really all of that. And then not for nothing, believe it or not, nobody like tickets, but there's more entities to the traffic agents than writing tickets.
Okay.
You could be a level 2, you direct traffic, you be the tow truck operator.
Okay.
There's a lot of different things
You can move forward in that
move
career.
forward and do different things, be a supervisor, things, admin side, things like that. But nobody really liked traffic agents, but then I wanted to grow. Like, it was good, but I just felt like it was time to go. I did 2 years. I didn't get promoted and things like that. Stuff like, so it was like I just wanted to make more money and open more doors.
Okay.
Myself.
Right. So what opportunities came next?
So that's I started taking more exams. So the funny joint is I even applied for NYPD for police down in Atlanta. So I took the NYPD test. I took the upstate corrections test. I took the regular city corrections for Rikers Island. I took the NYPD, and I did the stuff in Georgia.
Atlanta PD, yes.
Right, Atlanta PD. So what happened was Atlanta PD and NYPD called me at the same time. Mm-hmm. So I was going through both. So I was going to go to Atlanta PD, but NYPD Academy was going in first. So it was like first come, first serve.
Okay,
I ain't going down this, and then God forbid if this don't work and this is last. So I went with, the Academy was going in July. Let me just go ahead because I didn't mind I didn't mind relocating, but it was just like, I'm here. They called me first. They going in July, and then Atlanta PD wasn't going into like August or something.
Okay.
So it was like, let me just go with, came first.
Okay. All right. So what was that journey like? Like, what was it like going into the academy? How long are you there in the actual academy?
The actual academy for NYPD is 6 months.
Wow. So you don't get any grace from coming from the traffic cop?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like your time, because it's under the same umbrella. So if you're in a certain tier when it comes to your pension and stuff like that,
yes,
it could transfer over. If you got a certain time, you could buy back your time. So far as that, yes.
Oh, so city employee.
How that
okay,
go. Right,
yes,
that
yes,
rolls
yes.
over, whatever the case may be.
Okay. So now you're there 6 months, you graduate, and now you in the motherfucking field with the wolves. Okay. So where did they station you?
So my first precinct was the 71st precinct, right there on Empire, New York, right there in Crown Heights.
Okay.
Right on the other side of Eastern Parkway.
Okay. So you were working the beat.
Right, so when you first get out, you walking the beat. I was walking the beat. Remember, I went to WEB.
Yes, that's right
up
there.
The block.
Yes.
So I know a lot of people. Then I was living up the hill, Brownsville, so I could walk. Not that I was walking, but I could walk to work.
Yes.
I was just Eastern Parkway, bring it over or whatever. But it was cool.
Yes.
It was
okay.
Right. Walking the beat, that go different posts, seeing people I know and stuff like that.
How long did you because you were only a police officer. You didn't make it to like detective or anything before your situation.
Right.
How many years were you a police officer prior to your situation?
So I was a police officer prior to my situation, about 5 years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I went into the academy 2011. My situation happened 2017.
Wow.
So about 6 years.
Okay.
5, 6.
Okay.
Like yep.
All right. So let's run it, right? You are in a police academy. You making good money. You getting overtime. You living on your own. You paying your own bills. You
Right.
got a good car. You are Nysia, that nigga.
Right. You already know.
That
See, he's outside.
Right.
He's at that party.
Yes, we lit, right?
Right.
What the hell happened to cause everything to go left?
Right. I would say now looking back, because you know how you in something and you don't see something.
That's
it,
right.
And when you step out, you can reevaluate
In
everything.
retrospect, yes.
I think it was just my personality and the way I carried myself. Like I really don't know. Like it boils down to me pissing off people. I guess I was young. I was arrogant. I was cocky. It was a lot of different, I was
Is that
cocky.
a Leo
I
thing
was
or?
full of, it's a Leo thing, but it is.
Okay, the Lions. The Lions. Okay.
But I'm just saying, I think I was just a lot, and being black, being a female, and just with all of that, it's just a lot for that type of environment or that type of department, because we all know in general that department have
Male dominated too.
It's male dominated, but then they have its own issues too. So I just think it was just that, you know what I mean? So now looking back, I was 23 when I got into the academy, turned 24 inside the academy. So it was just like, if I could have went back and changed certain things, I wouldn't have been probably, because now you're older, you know how to turn down the cockiness, you know how to turn down
you know how to
the
read the
arrogance.
room.
You know how to, what fits for that, but I wasn't there yet.
Okay. Do you think that you made a lot of enemies on the force?
I wouldn't say I made a lot of enemies, but I know I pissed off a lot of people. And then because the way I was outspoken, how I carried myself, how I was, a lot of people didn't like me anyway.
Was that known to you, or is that something you found out after the fact?
So when I was in the 7-1 precinct, I did know the certain lieutenants and stuff didn't like me. You know how that go, but the way I was, I ain't care. Y'all don't gotta like me. I'm here. I'm doing what I gotta do, and there's nothing you could do about it. Like, that was my attitude then. Like, okay, I'm not here for you to like me. All I know is when we on this 7 to 3 tour, whatever tour we was on, I got you for these little 8 hours. You got me. Once this uniform is off, you go your way, I go my way. We don't gotta never speak again.
Okay.
So that was like, not all the time, but I'm just saying, that was like some of the vibes with like, yo, listen, we just work with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not really friends.
Right.
Okay. What other precincts did you work out of?
I was at the 7-1. From the 7-1, I went up to Spanish Harlem to the 3-0. I love Spanish. Shout out to the Spanish mommies. You know I think about the Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo estás? But nah. I was up in Spanish Harlem. So Spanish Harlem was cool. It was good to me. From Spanish Harlem, I was at Manhattan Courts. So I like Manhattan Courts because, downtown Chambers, that was a different vibe. And then from there, I was at Fleet Services. And Fleet Services is in Queens, and from Fleet Services, that's when my situation took place.
Wow, this is a lot of different departments to work in. That's good. So a lot of elevation, a lot of moving around within the industry.
Right.
So that's good. That's good. So now, with your situation, what happened? Was you walking down the street and somebody said, "Hey, Nysia girl"? Like, what happened?
All right. So boom. So I was doing security on the side. So it's this thing called it's called paid detail. You could work as a cop, but then you could do other jobs on the side, and it's usually security work. So at this time, I was actually doing security for a retired captain. He had his own company, so I was doing security.
Okay.
And his security consists of us working in different Adidas stores and stuff like that. Okay. So we would work at different Adidas stores, and then when they had events, Adidas Lit, they be having little concerts and events, so we would work all of that. So in the process of me working in the Adidas store doing security, the chick walks in. It's crazy because she just my type, Spanish. It's just crazy. But anyway, that Spanish lady walk in, asked me, can I help her? And I'm like, well, I can't help you because I'm doing, I do security, but they can help you.
Yeah, the people that work here.
Yeah, when I was working there, we had the discount at Adidas. So I used to have all the different flavored Adidas on. Mm-hmm. So she said she liked my sneakers. We went talking from there. We exchanged numbers, and it went from there. Okay. Whole time she was an undercover cop, but at this point, I don't know that.
Okay.
And before them infiltrating me with her, they already was watching me and following me for close to 2 years.
Okay.
So basically what happens, what I learned was when they have investigations or they investigating somebody, they only have up to 2 years. So if when
to close in on it.
Yeah, to close in. So if it's close to the 2 years and you don't find nothing, you got to throw it out, and then that's a waste of the taxpayers' money and stuff like that.
Of course, to have me working something that don't
mind you,
materialize
I
into
don't
nothing.
even know all this is going on. So my phone tapped. They following me. I learned this after. They following me to clubs, following me. I'm just saying, following me all over.
Yes.
Because in their mind, I was a drug dealer or I was involved with criminals. That's what the NYPD thought or had knowledge of. That's what they thought of me.
Let me ask, Naja. So, do you think that this assumption was made because I'm gonna tell you something that happened with me when I went to apply for the 911 dispatcher job?
Right.
Somebody told me that it was a disparity. You score well, your number this, but I never got called back or something like that, right? And I remember speaking to a young lady that worked, and she said, you know what could have been a very big defining factor in them not selecting you is your address, where you live. And I'm like, where I live, like, what is that? And at that time, I was living in the plaza. I had got my own apartment for 1 year in the plaza. And she said something about it being like a flagged zone. And because my address was that, then I would be pretty much put to the bottom of the list. So do you think them knowing that you grew up in Brownsville, I'm pretty sure we all have some friends that have been arrested.
Right, so I think me growing up in Brownsville played a part in it. I think what happened is, what also played a part in it when I worked in the 7-1. Remember, that's Crown Heights. Brownsville, all that is right there. Not for nothing, I knew a lot. I ain't gonna say it was my friends, but I was familiar with a lot of people in the neighborhood. I went to school there. So let me get off track for a second. So do you remember when they raided and busted Bobby Smurda and all of them?
Yes.
So a lot of the
GS9.
cops that when they did the GS9 bus, a lot of the cops that's the 7-1 area. He was living, where he lived at Winthrop and all that, the 7-1 covers that.
Okay.
So even though it was the feds and stuff, the 7-1 had a part in it, and that's where they actually, when they raided them, that's where they took them.
Initially
so
first.
Just to give you the story, right? A lot of the guys that did the bus and all that worked in the precinct, they was from Long Island and stuff like that.
Okay, so they're not familiar with none of these people. Yes,
but you
would
not
be.
familiar.
Yes.
I'm familiar because my high school was actually 2 blocks away from the precinct.
Yes.
Brownsville was next door.
Yes.
I got family in Crown Heights. I'm just saying, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. So, of course, I'm going to know all different types of people and be familiar.
Yes.
So, looking back at it, it's funny because I'm thinking about it now. So, this is right before the bus. But at the time, I don't know nothing about the bus. So, now, one of the dudes that happened to be on the team of the bus, he comes up to me like, yo, Stroud, white dude. Yo, Stroud, can I ask you a question? I'm like, what's up? Oh, do you know anybody that live on Winthrop? But the way he was asking it, it was like, I was like, nah, I don't. He was like, all right. And then 2 days later, that's when they busted Bobby Smurda and all of them. And everything took place they took them back to the 71st precinct. So it was like, even the way he was asking me, it was like
almost as if you know.
You know. But at the end of the day, even if I did know, even with them living in Long Island, if you lived in Long Island and you was born and raised, you're going to know all different types of people.
Yes.
You're going to know the working class citizens, and you may know some of the scumbags or the people that's not doing the stuff, because we go to school with people. We all change. You understand what I'm saying? We can go to school with people and it's like, yo, I went to school with Naj. You heard what? You understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
When you live in a neighborhood, you're going to know the good, bad, and the ugly.
That's right.
Doesn't mean you involved in it, but you're going to know all different types of people. So what I didn't like was when it was cops that didn't live in our neighborhoods, if they seen us know certain people or certain people
or congregate
something is a red flag. But I know in your neighborhood, you know all different types of people.
And we're not in your neighborhood, so I can't even see what you would be doing.
What you would be doing or who you would be around.
Yes.
Because you're in a different town.
Yes.
So all right, let's get so we'll I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. So you were saying that the young lady ran down on you and that was your type, and you was you like my Adidas? So when we gonna do this thing? How did y'all get infiltrated?
But
now?
no, so the crazy joint is we exchanged numbers, but the funny joint, she was my type, but I wasn't even going to really holler at her. My boy, because we was all doing security, she had the little cake, so he was pointing at her or whatever. So when
cake meaning butt.
Yeah, nice little butt. So when she texted me initially, like, oh, this is my number, I'm like, my boy said he want to holler at you. Like, my boy said you look good. But in the text message, she texts like, nah, I was looking at you.
Oh, okay.
So
we made
that's
clear.
how that happened. But the funny joint is, I had a situation at that time. So now I just look back, like the infidelity, like a lot of different things. I'm just saying, now that I'm more mature,
And
I'm
older,
older,
yes.
and I could look back, a lot of things played in that. Yes, I had a situation. Me and my situation was going through something, but if I would have just been grown and handled my situation and got it done completely, I probably wouldn't even been in that situation because it'd been like, oh nah, ma, I'm good.
I got
a
this over here.
situation. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of different things that plays into how the ball got rolling.
Yes, and it's crazy how I'm so happy you made that correlation because most people don't look at things like that way, right? Like I remember having conversations with people about how you create your bad luck and your bad karma.
for real, right.
And I'm like, people think that like, for example, they would think like cheating isn't something that would create bad karma for me only in my relationship.
Right.
No, you probably would lose a job.
Right. You never,
because of the bad karma you're creating from cheating. But a lot of times, people don't correlate the two.
So I'm just talking about a lot of different things. You know how you look back like,
yes,
not for nothing. My situation was the best. Wasn't the best, but I was good where I was at. And me being a little hotter, wanted to be a little thigh. She got a big. I'm just saying, running after stuff or just engaging in things that sometimes you don't even got to engage in.
Say it again.
I could have simply been like, nah, I'm
good.
You cute or whatever, but nah, I'm good.
I'm good. So let me ask, how long did the love affair go on before the actual, oh shit, you're a cop and all of this stuff roll out?
So this was going on for about 6 months, maybe 8 months. Nothing too crazy.
Because they got to close in on the 2 years now.
Yeah. So this is what happened. The 2 years was closing in. So they didn't have nothing because I really wasn't doing nothing. I don't care how thuggish you thought I was, how I was talking, how I was walking, where I'm from, who I was hanging around. I'm a stand-up person. I honestly wasn't doing anything. I was just living life, partying, doing certain things. So no, they 2-year investigation with them tapping my phone, following me and all that stuff was coming to an end. So they infiltrated the female because now if that would have ended, they didn't have nothing. That looked crazy. So when they infiltrated the female and then me and her start talking, that gives them more stuff going on.
Yeah, we have more of a case.
What I learned was when I was actually going through trial and stuff like that, they try to get to know me and meet me in other different ways. They had what came out in the trial. I was like at a club somewhere, and they was in a club next to me, and I guess was trying to, I don't know,
be friendly,
but be friendly or whatever. But they couldn't even get in. So I guess they felt, I'm not justifying for them, just talking in general, the easiest way to get in. Oh, she date women. These her type. Let's slide a chick.
Yes, your weakness.
You already know. Let's slide a woman.
The Boricua.
Yes. The Boricua.
Yes. Yes, that's the weakness. Okay. So let me ask, what did this young lady do that made them able to arrest you?
All right. So she had drugs on her. I honestly did not know. There's a few times she hung with me and she had drugs. I didn't know. So when I went to trial, they basically was like, you could be around her with the drugs, but you have to show her the drugs. So say like if I'm a cop and you got your person, you got weed in your person, we say this is when weed and stuff was illegal.
Yes.
That don't got nothing to do with me because I don't see it and I don't know that you have it.
Okay. As a police officer.
Okay. I'm just saying, I don't know you have it.
Okay.
So now, I know we jumping all over the place.
No, go ahead.
So now what happens is we hung out. We went on a few dates. We was going out. We always went out to eat and out to drink, like the out to eat and drink and stuff like that. That's what that's what a lot of stuff that we do.
And you still got your situation, and you making time to go out.
Oh, girl, yeah. Every time this one made me mad. But let me just tell you how things are so funny. How I'm looking back. It's like every time me and Shorty was arguing or going through something, this one will call me or text me, but I know why, because my phone and all that stuff was taxed.
So they know when y'all beefing.
Yes. We beefing. I'm leaving your crowd. Nah, it's crazy, but it's real.
Yes.
So I'm not seeing
they
that
sent the devil at you.
Right. So still have my situation where I'm making time to go. Let's go for drinks, links. Let's go out to eat. You want some sneakers? I can get you the discount. Pull up to the store. I'll get you the discount. So, mingling, doing little things and stuff like that. Make time to mingle. But, so now, let me get straight to the point. So now, a few times she hung around me, she already had drugs and stuff like that. I didn't know that. So now, the next time, I guess when we hang or whatever, they listen. This is what they tell her. So I'm going back and forth because I found this out at trial while we going through stuff.
Yes.
Basically, you can't just be around her and have drugs because she don't know. She have to see the drugs and know the drugs are on you for us to make something happen. So now,
so let me ask. Wait, let me pause you for 1 second now. Just so it's like if you see something, say something kind of thing.
Yes.
Right. So you become an accomplice because now you're aware.
Right.
Okay.
And as a police officer, a lot of people don't know. Even when you off duty, you a cop 24/7.
Yeah, you have to report criminal activity.
So people don't
That's
know
like being a mandated reporter.
I could be at the corner store, and if the store get robbed, ain't no mind in your business.
Yes.
If you got your gun and all that, you could, interact, or if not, the least you could do is call 911 and report the crime.
Yes.
So this is, a lot of people don't even understand that. And then I'm saying, in general, I think coming in young, I really didn't understand that. Or not that I didn't understand that. I think just living a certain lifestyle and coming from a certain neighborhood, yes, I was a cop, but to me, this is how I felt. If I'm off duty, I'm off duty. Now, unless, this is how my mindset was.
Yes, at that
if
time, you're young.
something happening with my family, dire emergency, an old lady or something like that, I would step in and do all that. But my whole thing is, I'm off of work, I'm minding my business. That was my thing. So, all right, where we at? Let's back it back up. So now, this
They was
specific
telling
time,
her to present you with the drugs.
yeah, like to show me the drugs and present the drugs. So now this time we goes out to eat. From going out to eat, she asked me, can I drop her off somewhere? So I was like, oh yeah, sure. I ain't paying no mind. So she had a tote bag. So now when we get in the car, she had the tote bag when we went out to eat, but I ain't paying no mind. But when we get in the car, she keeps fiddling with the tote bag, right? So no, I'm lying. We goes out to eat. She asked me, can I
Get your
drop?
mic.
I'm sorry.
No, you could just move it over when you move so they can hear you.
We went out to eat. She asked me, can I drop her somewhere? Can I take her to pick something up? I said yes. So we was at BBQs in the Bronx, hung, ate, had a few drinks. I drive her. I'm double parked. She gets out my car. I don't even know, I just double parked. I can't tell you which way she went when she got out the car, but she went into a building, she came out. I can't tell you which building, what side of the street is on. I just know, boom, because when she gets on my car, I'm on my phone. So now when she get in my car, she have a tote bag. Don't pay no mind. She get in the car.
It's not the same one she had from the dinner.
No, she had like a book bag for the dinner. That's why I said let's back it up.
Oh, okay,
so she
okay.
just had her regular purse or whatever. So now when she asked me, can I take her somewhere? I double park. We was in Harlem somewhere. Not Harlem, like Dykeman, up Manhattan.
Yes.
Because, right across the bridge is Dykeman. So she gets out my car. She comes back. She got a bag. So now when she get in the car, she keep fiddling with the tote bag. So, me, my personality, I'm like, yo, why the fuck you keep touching that bag? No, dead serious. Like, what's in that bag? So she was like, this is in the bag. Boom. Just like this the bag. She like, this is in the bag. Boom. It was a whole kilo of cocaine. Deja, I never seen nothing like that in my damn life. No lie. I don't care. Coming from the hood.
I was about to say.
Up in the hood. Just never seen no shit. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, put that down. I'm in shock. I'm like, yo, put that down. She's like, oh, that's a kilo. You from the hood? You never seen that, Papa? So I'm like, I'm not even thinking like Papa. I'm just thinking regular. I'm just like, that ain't no hood shit. And if you in the hood, you don't got, I'm just talking on my person. Like, if you got that, you're not in the hood.
You the man.
Like, you don't, boom. So my whole mindset wasn't even like let me arrest her. My whole mindset was like, let me get this bitch where the fuck she going so she could get the fuck out my car. So now we looking back, that's where I dropped the ball at. Or I could be honest and say, that was the...
Yes.
So it was like, let me get her going, boom, boom, drop her to the fuck off. Hey, sister, have a good day. I see you later.
Okay.
So I ain't speak to her for like a day or two, and then we was just talking like nothing never fucking happened.
So
but it was just weird. Like, let me just...
So let me ask a question. So you guys are back rocking and rolling the next couple of days.
Right.
Does she bring up any of her drug dealings at that point to be like, yo, and you don't either?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't like, oh yeah, you had to go. I know somebody you could. Nah, because how people think like,
of
hey,
course.
Right. Oh, I got the plug. Come to the. I should have said I had the plug and took her ass to the NYPD. But I feel like,
or nothing else. My nosy ass would have been like, so I'm sorry, what the fuck are you doing with a kilo of coke? Does your feel like right? So okay. So now y'all. So how long after that? How long after you saw the kilo did y'all continue your relationship?
So we were still talking, hanging, or whatever. So now I was going on vacation. So she was going on vacation too. So the plan, they got this gay event, this LBI. Let me be proper. This LGBTQ event that they have in Miami called Miami Sweet Heat.
Okay.
But then they had so she was gonna be in Florida at the time I was going. So it was like, let's link up and do our thing in Florida.
So
but
now
we
you
never got a chance to link up in Florida. I went to Florida, but we just
okay.
Me partying,
wow, this is a lot of quality time when you had a situation.
Shut up. Hey, my situation was in Florida that year too. Anyway, we play one day. Listen.
No good. Go ahead,
People make time for whatever they want to.
You say it in the mic.
No,
say it in the mic. People do what?
People make time for whatever they want to make time for.
Amen to that.
So I'm just saying.
It's the truth.
So if you
it's the
got
truth.
a family member, a lover, a friend, and they can't spend time with you, that says a lot, because if you want to spend time with somebody or you want to do anything, you're going to make it happen no matter what it is.
Message. You heard it here first on Conversations with Khadijah.
So
Message.
We was talking and stuff like that. I think we went out to eat one more time after that, and then it was getting ready for vacation. So vacation come up. I think she went to Florida like a few days before me, but we was going to be in the state of Florida around the same time for the lesbian event.
Yes.
So that happened. So after the lesbian event, I goes to Jamaica. So the trip was the LGBTQ event. My situation was there, but I went with the homies, the studs. We call each other bros. I went with the bros. She went with her friends. Yeah, we mingled out there, but everybody, we was together, but we was doing our own thing.
Yeah, you came with a separate crowd.
Right after that, we had planned the trip to go to Jamaica right after. So we from the trip, jumped on a cruise ship, went and did the cruise and all of that, and then came back. So once I came back, all that happened in May. End of May, I got arrested at work in June.
Wow. Well, what year?
2017.
2017. Wow. Okay. All right. So now you are arrested. You're at Fleet Services, you said at this time.
Yeah, so I'm at Fleet Services, pull up to work. When I go upstairs to work, to check in, the lieutenant was like, oh, IEB's in the office and they want to talk to you. So I was like, all right.
IEB being Internal Affairs Bureau.
Internal Affairs Bureau. Yep.
Yes.
So now I go in. I go and shake their hand. They like, Officer Stroud. I'm like, yeah. He like, turn around, you being arrested. I'm like, what? Being arrested for what? He's like, he's like, you're being arrested. I'm like, being arrested for what? He was like, for official misconduct. I said, well, can you call my mother? Like, can I call my mother? So first, it was two of them. I don't know if it was the lieutenant or captain, but one of them was being very nasty, wouldn't let me call my mother or whatever the case may be. So then the one guy was like, yo, let her call her mother. First person I thought was call my mother. I call my mom's. I'm like, Ma, I don't know what's going on, but I'm being arrested and they taking me down to Manhattan, such and such street, what's her name? She was like, all right. I was like, call our family lawyer because we got a family lawyer. So
hey,
at
man,
that point,
come on now.
I didn't even think about the lady. I'm just, official misconduct is a broad thing.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Official misconduct could be
you littered or something. Yes.
And then at that time, my little sister had a situation where she was like ran away or went missing and stuff like that. So it was just a lot of different things that it could have been that, all right, whatever. So now they take me down to Manhattan and everything like that. So, but listen, the way they embarrassed me. So they arrest me at work, like, you would think like raid like the Fleet Services, like went to my car, like did all it was crazy. Like they was out there, straight embarrassment, whatever. Puts me in a police car. When we actually get to Manhattan in the processing, but I'm somewhere else, not with the regular people. When I actually get there, I'm sitting in the office and then a sergeant came in and said, you're being arrested for official misconduct and criminal possession of a controlled substance. So I jumped up, me? Criminal possession of a controlled substance on my person, on me? And I just said, I had to think about it. So the way he looked at me, like, good, like, it was, like, now that I look back, like, the way everything went, it was just like a big fuck you, like, this is what we wanted.
We've been waiting to get you.
We fucking got you, bitch. That's like what
you
it
black
really was.
bitch.
Seriously. So now.
No, seriously. We got you black bitch.
So now, I sit down. I was like, all right, let me make a phone call. So I get another phone. I call my mother. I'm telling her, I'm like, did you speak to the lawyer? She said, I spoke to Jesse, but Jesse have a trial. He was actually going to travel, whatever he had going on with his other clients, whatever the case may be. But like I said, they waited for me. When we go downstairs, it's camera, news people, all of that. Like, they had the whole situation set up. So when I come down, they rushing me, flash, 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 flash. Get up there. They say the charges, plead not guilty. you would have thought I would have been art, released on my own recognizance. No, they hit the guapo, sent me to the back, and gave me $500,000 bail. And my family was getting it up and stuff like that, but the equity in the houses and all that stuff was not enough. But because they didn't want 50,000, they wanted like a bigger percent or whatever. So
Oh my
I go
goodness.
to the back. Now I'm sitting on Rikers Island for a whole year before my trial.
A year? Wow. So what was the decision? Who made the decision? I'm pretty sure you, but was it a group decision or a family decision for you to go to trial? Because you know how some people's like, don't.
Yeah. All right. So no.
Get your mic.
Honestly, my family, they didn't want me to go to trial.
That's
just knowing it ain't even about. Or so let's get to the legal part. When you in a legal situation, sometimes it's not even about being innocent or guilty. Sometimes it's about the best situation for you. You know what? I don't want to go to trial because with my case, right? Since they pinned a whole kilo on me, that's top tier. That's an A1 felon. That's equivalent to murder. So the charges of blowing 8 years is the bottom number. You
That
can
you
get
can
up to
get.
35 years. So sometimes when people hear that, it's just like, why go through the thing of going to trial and I could take a plea deal and take
And be home in 2 years. I was about to say
let me
that.
tell you that. So now, when we lawyer hunting, because I don't even got time. So when we lawyer hunting, my uncle finds a lawyer for us.
Which uncle?
My Uncle Keith. He finds a
Okay, I
lawyer.
thought you was gonna say Uncle Slick.
No. But Uncle Slick found one too. So
Shout
we
out
had
Uncle
different
Slick.
ones. Slick, we love you, Slick.
Yes, we do.
So he found one first, and his name was Fisher. So when my mother went to go sit with him and all of that, first he was like, yeah, I'll take her case or whatever. So she had to go take him. So they spoke or whatever. He was like, I'll take it or whatever the case may be. So now when it's time for my mother to give him the down payment to retain him, the down payment was $10,000. So now when my mother go give him the $10,000, he was like, I don't want the case. It's too political. I don't want to get involved. So it was a lot of shit behind the scenes. Like even when I don't want to keep jumping around, but even when when that happened to me, and I wound up blowing trial and getting an appeal lawyer and everything and doing an appeal, she kept asking me like, why do this department got so much animosity against you? She kept saying, what secrets do you know, or what do you got on them that they on you like that? She was like, I never seen a department, because, they do things to other cops, but she said, I never seen them go this hard or be so eager to get somebody caught up.
So Naja, wait, let me ask. Is it a department or a precinct? Who?
It's the department. Ooh. So it's not just, so basically, it'll say like, if you didn't like me in my precinct, it'll start from the precinct, like, because it goes up the chains of commands.
Okay.
But to actually investigate you or get certain things on you, they have to get permission. So it's the whole, so at the end of the day, not being funny, it's the whole department at the end of the day.
Wow.
With the resources and everything.
So now you're saying that a lawyer even said that
so
you are being targeted.
Lawyer, Fisher, he just was like, listen, it's too political, I don't want it. So he didn't take my case. Right? So now, Uncle Slick finds a lawyer.
Okay.
We talking and all that stuff. I forgot what was the lawyer name or whatever. The lawyer was good, but they was talking about a plea deal. He just was like, in general, with all this stuff, he just was like, with everything, political connect, all this NYPD, he was like, I could guarantee if she take a plea deal, she could do 2 years and be home. Boom. So now, my family, we all
go with the plea.
I think you should take a plea, this, and that. This is why I didn't take a plea. Because when you take a plea deal, you're saying you're guilty.
Yes.
It might not be them charges, but whatever they want to put in the charges or say, you're saying you're guilty of that. You can't fight that after. So it's just like
yes.
The way I am and the way I think, I'm like, listen, I'm a stand-up person. If I really was dealing drugs and doing all this stuff and was guilty of this, I dropped the ball, I messed up. Let me take this plea deal. I'm like, let me do this. I'm like, nah. I'm going to trial. I'm going to take my chance in trial. I know I was entrapped. I know I'm innocent. Did I drop the ball? Can I have made better decisions?
Of course.
Yes, I could have. But this is not me. They're not going to paint my character as this and, see how they have me all over the news.
Yes. All over every network. And yes.
So, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm taking it to trial.
Stand up in it. That's right. All
so
right.
I decided to take it to trial, but my family did. Everybody... flee. You know, you could get a program. You could go to Willard. You could do all that. I was like, nah, I'm taking it to trial. So take us up to speed. I wound up having Alex Gruesome, a good lawyer. He covered some of the mob people and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
I
he
know
did,
that's right.
He was
Okay.
good. So we goes to trial. I get the entrapment plea, argument. So basically, we get the plea of entrapment.
Okay,
So
that's your
was like,
defense.
yeah, that's my defense. We get that. So with entrapment, you know how you have a defense and you say, well, my defense is, say, like self-defense. Certain defenses, you could just go in there with the defense. With entrapment, you can't just come and say, our defense is the entrapment. You have to build it.
You gotta prove it.
So now when we was in it, when we proved, did
that
whatever
you
we
targeted
did,
me
we
and
proved and all that, they granted us the entrapment.
Okay.
So I
Okay. The
got
judge
that.
let it pass.
The judge seen like, oh yes, this is entrapment. Y'all granted the entrapment. Or whatever
Okay.
the case may
Okay.
be. But through all of that, I still blew trial.
Okay.
So, because I know I want to get us through everything. So I
No,
blows
go
trial.
ahead.
I blows trial and get sentenced to 8 years in prison.
So wait a minute. Blowing trial is crazy because every time I think about trial, that's why I ask. I'm like, what the okay.
Trial.
So now, how many months are you going to court?
So it wasn't months. My trial lasted, I think, 3 weeks.
Wow. Okay, rapid.
2, 3 weeks. It was, yeah.
Okay. So now, what do you think the determining factor put the nail in the coffin for the jury to say guilty?
I think when they
Push your mouth to the mic.
I'm trying to see. What do they think?
Like, was there a part
like-
in the trial where a certain argument was made on the prosecutor's part that made everybody like,
All right, so yes, now I'm thinking back. I'm sorry. So now we doing the closing and all that stuff like that, and we proved the entrapment and all that. The prosecutor was like, basically like, don't quote me, but some of the it wasn't entrapment. When she seen them drugs, she like basically could have just drove her to the precinct. So the way they had it set up, right, when we was in Manhattan, remember I told you I worked in the 30 precinct, they was like, did you know like the 30 precinct was 2 miles from here, this location, the 3-4, like naming different precincts that was in the area. But not being funny, I really did not know that because I never was on that like block, so it was just like, you had different choices.
And you made the
take
poorest
her to
one.
the precinct, do all of this, lock her up yourself. Basically, like, you made a poor decision.
yes, and now you got to
Right.
stand up. And
So now you
wow.
got to stand up and take it.
So what is the feeling when you hear guilty?
So when I hear, you know the crazy joint, when they was coming out with the verdict, like right before they was coming out, when they do this, they coming to give out.
Yes, give it to the judge and all of that.
My stomach twist. Like, my stomach did like a crazy twist, and then they came out, they read the charges, and it was like guilty. And it was just like, I felt like I was in a movie.
On all
Like,
counts?
Yeah, they get guilty on all counts. I felt like I was in a movie. So it was like I was there, sis, but then it was like the Twilight Zone. So now...
Is your family in the courtroom?
My family crying, screaming, and all that. My mother fainted and all of that. You just hear a lot of stuff. But like I said, I'm like in a trends. So now when they do the gravel and all that, we say we're going to do an appeal, and they take me back. Even the court officers that was taking me back was like, that was bullshit. Like, you was like, everybody just like, you was dealt a fucked up hand. That was bull crap. But what I learned now, like not being funny, the way they set me up, I was set up to fail. Like, I'm just saying, even with the best lawyer, even with the entrapment defense, they was not letting me walk out of that.
Yeah, you
courtroom.
wasn't getting out
like,
unscathed.
Not being funny, I wasn't getting out at all. Like, not like that, but now with all the dynamics and everything, I wasn't getting out. Like, they was not trying to let it be not guilty.
Yes. They plotted and planned, and they was going to see it go through.
Right, it was going to go through. So now, let's speed it up. So now, I blow trial. I'm on Rikers Island for like 2 weeks. I come back for sentencing. So when I blew the trial and they said I was guilty, you don't get your time and stuff.
Yeah,
like
right
that.
there.
You go back. I think like a few days later, we're gonna come back for sentencing. When we got sentencing, it said 8. So the judge gave me the bottom, like 8 was the lowest.
Yes.
So she gave me the 8. But even with that, I had like letters of character record.
Yeah,
like
character
friends
letters.
from the military, certain friends, certain people from the neighborhood. My
Yes.
church family, gave
Good representation.
Representation. So she just was like, she read everything, but basically she just was like, Miss Stroud, you know better. Like the
As an
bottom
officer,
line
as a
from when she
officer
was,
as well.
when we was talking, Miss Stroud, you know where you come from, you this, you that, you know better. You made a decision that basically put you in a messed up situation, and you messed up a really good job and all of this and all of that and this and that. So she sentenced me to 8 years.
Okay.
When she say the 8 years, I hear my little sister like screaming in the background, like wow, like the noise, wow. Hear my friends, they run out or whatever the case may be. So that's when reality set in. Like, damn, I'm going away for 8 years. So now on Rikers Island for 2 weeks, get shipped upstate. I stayed in Bedford for 30 days, and then they sent me to Albion Correction Facility up there between Canada and all of that stuff. So that's where I did most of my time, way up in Albion, about 8 hours from the city.
Okay. How many years did you actually do?
So I actually did 5 years, 6 months, 2 weeks, 2 days, and 2 hours, because it was time for me. No, I'm dead serious.
34 minutes and 3 seconds.
When it was time for me to come home, they systems was down, and whatever money. I was like, I don't want none of that. So
you were there during the pandemic and everything.
Yeah. So I didn't.
Wow.
So how everybody know I really didn't experience the pandemic. When it finally got up to us, like when they was mandating masks and stuff like that, we had to wear masks. They really didn't stop movements in our prison. When they did start stopping the movement, it wasn't like stopping the movement. It's just that you only could do stuff with your block. So they did a schedule to where only whatever block you live on, y'all eat at that time, y'all go to the yard at that time with everybody. But we were still... And up there, the world was still regular.
Wow.
We just was wearing the mask. So let's go. So now I blow trial. I'm up there. For the pandemic. I get an appeal lawyer. So I had 2 different appeal lawyers. I had this lawyer reach out to me saying he was from the Columbia project with lawyers. He want to help me, my story or whatever. So he comes up. He see me. He said he never had this situation before. He said he helped cops before, but he never seen the situation where they went after somebody like that. He really wanted to help me. His name was Mark Zeno. So now he's helping me. And then I'm telling you, Deej, he must have got a phone call or something like that because he stopped helping me. He wouldn't get me my paperwork. My mother was calling him, trying to go get my paperwork. She had to run up there. She happened to be up there looking for him, talking to the security guards, and they was like, that's Mark Zeno right there. And then she gave her my paperwork. So it was like he got a phone call like, whatever the hell you doing?
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Leave that little girl alone or that case alone. So he stopped dealing with me, and then I wound up getting an appeal lawyer, Gail Gray, and we wound up paying for her.
Okay.
And doing the paperwork and stuff with her.
And she got you the time shortened to come home.
Well, no, I actually got good time.
Oh,
so
okay.
I made good time, and I came home on a work release first.
Okay.
So I was up there in Harlem, because, they got work release up there in Harlem.
Okay.
So I did 30 days in work release, and then I was released on my CR date for basically good behavior and stuff like that.
All right. Well, Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that is a lot. Yes, hello. That's what I was thinking, because I got. Let me ask. So I know when you were a traffic officer, when you were a police officer, did you give out many citations?
Yeah.
Okay, and also I'm pretty sure.
Right.
No.
Arrested people. Not being funny. When I was working in the courts, I see somebody from the hood of the courts, but I pulled their paper so they could move faster. But no,
yes. So now, when you giving out citations, I'm pretty sure you received some when you were arrested as well.
Yeah.
Right, but I know that, those wasn't the good ones, and you giving those ones out wasn't the greatest, right?
Right.
So I have one here for you.
What you giving? Deej is funny.
CALMversations with Khadijah wants to present you with your own citation.
Okay.
Right? So this is for you. Hold on one sec. I want to give you a chance to read it, but let me show it to the crowd, right? So here, you can read your citation and let the crowd know what it says.
Citation of Honor, Resilience, and Transformation, presented to Nysia Stroud. Oh, man.
Yes. So read the rest. Hello.
In recognition of your service, strength, and unwavering resilience, during your time in law enforcement, you demonstrated courage, discipline, and a commitment to participating in serving your community. In the face of life altering changes, you have shown something even greater, the power to rebuild, to grow, and to rise again. Today, as a fitness professional, you continue to impact lives by empowering others to strengthen not only their bodies, but their confidence and perseverance. This citation honors your courage, resilience, growth, and continued impact. Your story is not defined by a moment, but by your ability to rise above it. Nothing you survive is accidental.
Yes. So this, and also at the bottom where you see it says, "Nothing you survive is accidental." That is Nysia's name. That's the acronym for her name. Her name is spelled NYSIA.
that's
So
great.
that's the acronym. It says,
I'm
"Nothing
taking
you
that.
survive is accidental."
I'm taking that. You
All
just warmed
right.
my
Yes.
heart.
Hello.
Oh,
So
man.
Nysia, we're gonna have to get Nysia here for part 2 because I got a ton more
Yeah,
questions
part
about her
two.
transformational journey, and also we want to talk about her new lifestyle as a fitness professional.
Yes.
You know, your new relationships, your family
Yes.
dynamics. So we are going to get Nysia here for part 2. This is the
Yes,
first
yes.
time I have a part 2 at Conversations
Yes,
with Khadijah.
yes.
So Nysia, thank
you.
you for coming. You guys, thank you for watching, and
Thank
stay
you for
tuned for
having me.
part 2. Of course. Thank you
Thank you.
again.
Conversations
You about to make me cry. Yo.
Thank
We
you.
talk about the pain and trauma, the highs, the lows, the light, the darker.